What's up guys, so Quixel has been putting out these insane videos showcasing these awesome level reskins of vintage games. They are using programs like Maya, which can set you back $1,500 a year, but you can actually achieve the same basic workflow using happy little free programs like Blender, and most of this stuff comes down to artistic taste and lots of tweaking. So in this video, I'm going to break down what exactly their workflow is so that we can make sure there's no cost in anything that we substitute. So the first thing Quixel tends to do is find some reference to model after. Now there's two different ways of doing this: photogrammy and downloading a map. Photogrammy is where you take lots and lots of screenshots of something and then piece them together in a photogrammy software. Now I'm not sure exactly which photogrammy software Quixel is using, but I found a free alternative called Mushroom, which works pretty well. Another alternative that I find really interesting is actually just downloading the map that you're trying to make, or at least the old version of it. And so one website where you can do this is models-resource.com. And I'll link that in the description as well so that you can look through and see if there's anything you like. Now the only other option, if you can't find the map to download or if you can't screenshot, is to model off of reference images, and Quixel tends to do a lot of that. The next phase in the process is going in and modeling out the basic shapes of all of the levels. So what Quixel does for this is they use Maya, which is a program by Autodesk that is considered to be one of the industry standard programs. However, the basic functions of Maya are available for free in what's called Blender 3D. In fact, Blender 3D's feature set has grown to the point where it may even rival programs like Maya in the future. Blender keeps evolving, and that's something really cool about it, as well as the fact that it is completely free and open source. So a great way to model out these basic shapes using the reference is to use Blender. This channel will be posting lots of tutorials on Blender in the future, so stay tuned. Now the next step that I noticed happened but wasn't quite showcased in their video was that they then detail the basic shapes just a little bit. Now the goal here is to keep the polygon count as low as possible because we're going to be using tons and tons of assets to supplement it, but you want to make sure that all the silhouettes are there. Now the next step is to put this blocked out model, this big blocked out model, put it into Unreal Engine. And Unreal Engine is completely free. You can get it from Epic Games. It's one of the best game development programs out there right now. Now the next step, and this is something that's very specific to Quixel, or at least until now, was to use Megascans. This is their product with tons and tons of insanely photorealistic assets, including materials, decals, and models. So you're going to go to the Quixel website, and if you sign in with your Epic Games account, as long as you have the Unreal Engine installed, you can get all of their assets for free. This is a new thing. And then while you're at it, download Quixel Bridge as well. This is something that's integral to your workflow because it allows you to bring any of their assets into Unreal with just one click. After all of this software has been set up, it's time to start applying things to the model itself. So what they start out with is basic materials, and you can get any of those materials in the Quixel Bridge app. The next thing they usually do is add detail meshes. So this could be trims, it could be door frames, just some kind of contrasting 3D shape that makes it pop a little more. So you could outline any outstanding edges to make them look more natural with something like wood planks. They did that for their Dust 2 map, or just any kind of secondary object, which is very important to the scene. Another strategy that Quixel uses is trim sheets, and these can be made in Unreal for free, as well as in Mixer. They use Mixer, which is another of their products, and this can also be downloaded for free just as long as you've signed in with your Epic Games account and you use Unreal Engine. Quixel themselves have released some pretty technically inclined Mixer tutorials. I'll also be uploading some of those. I'll link their official tutorials in the description below. Just make sure to subscribe so that when I release like a simplified version, you'll be ready for that. Once they've got their basic objects and trim objects outlined, then they start using decals. Now decals are really cool. It's like certain images that you can just slap on to other materials live in the Unreal Engine editor. So they have leaks, they have cracks, and they're all just great things. I'd recommend looking into decals. They're a really, really useful tool that Unreal leverages perfectly. And so Bridge has tons and tons of decals for you to use and choose from, so just head on over to there if you'd like to try them out. Some other strategies that they use include Vertex Painting, which is painting other materials onto models while you're live in the editor, and then Foliage, which allows you to scatter mass small objects or large objects. Sometimes they use them for trees, but in this case, at least in their Dust 2 map, they use them for pebbles, and in their Halo map, they use them for grass and clovers, things like that. So anything that would be on the ground, be it moss, be it hay, you can scatter it around using the Foliage tool. And the great thing about Megascans is that as far as the grass assets, they already have wind animations and level of details. Everything is automatically applied, so you can just drop them in and not worry about it. It's truly a great resource. Those are all the basic steps that they use. This is how you can do it for free. Use Meshroom, use Blender, use modelsresource.com, use Unreal Engine, Megascans. All of these things are free right now. So now is a perfect time to take advantage of it. Subscribe if you don't want to miss any tutorials that I release on these topics. If you feel it in your heart, leave a like to help out my brand with the YouTube algorithm. I'm just starting out. This is one of my first videos. And also, while you're at it, leave a comment about what you want to learn, because I'm going to be reading all of these and replying to them, and I'm going to be making tutorials on what people want to learn. So that's it for now, and as always, keep creating and have a great day.